August 8, 1963. A mail train thunders through the English countryside, carrying what would become the target of Britain's most audacious heist. The Glasgow to London Royal Mail train carried something extraordinary that night: £2.6 million in used banknotes, equivalent to £50 million today. Bruce Reynolds, a career criminal with a taste for luxury, had been planning this heist for months, but he needed the perfect team. Reynolds recruited 15 men, including Ronnie Biggs, Buster Edwards, and Charlie Wilson. Each brought unique skills to the operation without firearms. The gang's success depended on inside information. Someone with access to train schedules and cargo manifests was feeding them crucial details. The criminals purchased Leatherslade Farm in Buckinghamshire as their hideout. 27 miles from their target location, it seemed perfectly isolated. Their plan was brilliantly simple: tamper with railway signals to stop the train, then overwhelm the crew through intimidation, not violence. The gang chose Bridego Bridge in Buckinghamshire as their strike point. The isolated location offered perfect cover for their unprecedented operation. At 3 a.m. on August 8th, the gang took positions along the railway line. 15 men against a train carrying millions. Driver Jack Mills saw the red signal and brought the massive train to a complete stop. The trap was perfectly set. Mills stepped down to investigate the signal malfunction. Within seconds, masked figures emerged from the darkness surrounding him completely. The robbers subdued Mills using only physical force and intimidation. No guns were fired, no shots rang out across the countryside. With the driver neutralized, the gang moved swiftly to the high-value package coach where postal workers sorted mail and money. 5 postal workers inside the coach heard banging on their reinforced door. They had no idea what was about to unfold. The robbers used crowbars and brute force to break into the coach. The postal workers, overwhelmed and outnumbered, offered no resistance. Inside the coach, 120 mail bags awaited. The gang quickly identified which ones contained cash rather than ordinary letters and packages. The robbers formed a human chain, passing bag after bag of money from the train to their waiting vehicles below. In just 30 minutes, they loaded £2.6 million into their vehicles. The operation proceeded with military precision and stunning efficiency. The gang vanished into the countryside, leaving behind a stopped train and bewildered railway workers who could barely comprehend what happened. At 4:20 a.m., the train finally reached a signal box. The signalman immediately alerted police about the unprecedented robbery. Police arrived to find the train abandoned at Bridego Bridge. The scale of the theft was immediately apparent to investigators. Scotland Yard launched the largest manhunt in British history. Detective Chief Superintendent Tommy Butler led the intensive investigation personally. At Leatherslade Farm, the gang counted their incredible haul. They had pulled off the crime of the century without firing shots. The plan called for cleaning the farm completely, but the gang grew careless. They left behind crucial evidence that would doom them. 5 days later, police discovered Leatherslade Farm. Inside, they found fingerprints, food, and other evidence linking the gang to the crime. One by one, the gang members were arrested. Their fingerprints at the farm provided undeniable proof of their involvement. In 1964, 12 gang members faced trial. The evidence against them was overwhelming, despite their sophisticated planning and flawless execution. The judge sentenced most gang members to 30 years in prison, unprecedented for a non-violent crime in British legal history. In 1965, Ronnie Biggs escaped from Wandsworth Prison and fled to Brazil, becoming the robbery's most famous fugitive for decades. Only £400,000 of the stolen money was ever recovered. The remaining £2.2 million disappeared forever, fueling decades of speculation and mystery. The identity of the inside informant was never definitively established. This mystery continues to intrigue investigators and historians today. The Great Train Robbery captured public imagination worldwide. Books, films, and documentaries have immortalized this audacious crime for generations. How did 15 criminals execute such a complex heist without weapons? Was it brilliant planning, inside help, or simply extraordinary luck? Today's security experts study the robbery as a masterclass in planning and execution. The nonviolent approach remains remarkable and puzzling. 60 years later, questions remain unanswered. Who was the inside man? Where is the missing money? Some secrets died with participants. The Great Train Robbery proves that truth can be stranger than fiction. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more strange but true.